I want to walk you through an example which is similar to what you'll be doing in your workbook on page 58, section G. You'll be given a baseline with no Roman numerals, and you need to create a harmonic progression for that baseline. Now, for every pitch that we encounter, it can belong to one of three chords, if we're talking just triads. So it can be a root position triad, a first inversion triad, or a second inversion triad. Now your workbook asks you not to use second inversion, so we'll stick to that as well. So each of these pitches can be one of two chords. Now you need to decide what chord you want to use, and the chord progression must make sense. It must be logical, and it must follow the guidelines. First, you want to check what key you're in. Our key signature has one sharp, which is G major, but that also could be E minor. So you want to take a look, scan through the example. We start on a G and end on a G, so we're most likely in G major. We don't see any raised leading tones, no accidentals, so it's safe to say G major. Now, a rule of thumb, usually the first chord is 1. 9.5 times out of 10, that's going to be the case. So I am just going to start right there and put a 1 there. Next, we have a B. Now the B, this could be the root of the chord, which would give us a minor 3 chord, or we could say that if this was in first inversion, we would have, it would be the B would be the third of the chord, making the root a G, so it would be a 1/6. Either's good. Again, you want to use pencil, it's kind of trial and error sometimes. I think I'm going to go and use the 3. Now we have an E. If that were root position, it would be a 6 chord, a minor 6. Or if it was a first inversion chord, making the E the third, just look down below, the C would be the root, making it a 4. So in a case like this, you want to check your chart. Can 3 go to a 4? Or can 3 go to a 6? Well, it can go to both, so really our options are really open. I'm actually going to make it a first inversion chord and just kind of spice things up a little bit by using an inverted chord. So I'm going to make that a major 4, 6. All right, next we have an A. That can be a minor 2 chord, or it can be, in first inversion, a diminished 7 chord. Check what 4 can go to. 4 can go to either of those, so again, we're pretty open. I'm just going to pick one, and I'm going to do the 7 diminished. 7 diminished, 6 chord. There we go. Next, we have a D. That can be a 5 chord, and I'm actually just going to, a 5 chord, or it can be a first inversion with the B, first inversion third 3 chord. Now that's going to cause us a problem because 7 can only go to 1. So we have a problem there. So we need to back up. This cannot be 7 diminished 6. It has to be a root position, which would give us an A, which would give us the 2 chord. 2. There we go. Now let's see if this works. So again, I said this could be a 5, and the 2 can go to 5. So there we go. And that works out. And then 5 often goes to 1, which works out perfectly because we have our 1 chord in root position next. Okay, so that's essentially what you want to do. Usually we're going to end on 1, so that's pretty easy. 5-1 is the most typical ending progression. That works there as well. So we just have to fill this in, and this is going to leave us with a really nice 4. 1, 4, 5, 1. Double check that that progression works and that those numbers can all lead to each other. And there you have it.